Do birds suddenly appear every time you are near? Just like me, they long to be close to you.
Just like me, they long to be close to you. Just like me, they love to be. My wife is a character. She is a character, a character, a character, a character. That's all I can say about her. She is a character. Where are your fancy new glasses? You didn't even put them on. That's all right. You'll do it another time. No, that's okay. You got your cube square glasses tonight, but this woman has more glasses than anybody. She got some crazy glasses now. Anyway, Greg and Linda Kazera, 50 years strong. They just celebrated a few months last month their 50th wedding anniversary. They're here joining us from home. We got folks joining in from all around the world. Give us a shout out wherever you may be. Jesse James is here. Marshall Jr. is joined. Pastor Willie is here. Baby girl Ogles is joined. So many are joining all over. Thank you. I can't name them all. Just wave to everybody, give a shout out to everybody, and thank y'all for joining. And those who might be watching it on the replay on YouTube, thank you as well. I'm Dr. Willie Jolley, my beautiful bride Dee, and we're the authors of the book Make Love, Make Money, Make It Last. 10 Secrets to Shape a Great Marriage. And tonight we're wearing our extraordinary marriage t-shirts.
I thought that was cute.
That my wife bought yesterday at First Baptist Church of Glenarden, which is our church. And we encourage you, if you're ever in the Washington area, come visit. And if you're not in the Washington area, want just a great church experience, you can get access online at fbcglenarden.org or First Baptist Church of Glenarden. Just Google it.org. But fbcglenarden.org.
They can simply view online. They don't have to physically attend.
No, I'm not saying they can watch it online. They can access it online. Have a great online ministry. Anyway, we're thankful. My wife went to the bookstore yesterday and she came back and said, I got a shirt for you. I said, okay. So we're grateful. I want to welcome everybody. And we're going to talk about tonight spouses who continue to have conversations, overly communicative.
Well, I think that's a matter of opinion.
That's right.
That's right.
Well, let's get to the question that we have to answer tonight or deal with tonight.
Okay.
And by the way, everybody, please remember, if you have a question, concern, issue, problem, situation, something complicated, either relationship is complicated. You know, people say that. Send us an email at info, at williejolly.com, info at WILLIEJOLLEY.com. We will not talk about your name. We will not, do that. We'll just deal with the question. Okay. Here's the question. My spouse and her ex have a friendly relationship because of their shared kids. But they talk a lot, even about things that don't involve the children. I feel uneasy. I feel disrespected. She says I'm being insecure. Is this normal co-parenting? Is this normal for people who are exes? Or is there something more going on here? Ooh. So.
Okay, so what did the spouse? So what do they want?
They want advice, information, thoughts on what is this normal co-parenting, or are they being insecure? That's what they want to know. Are they being insecure for feeling the way they're feeling? Or is there validity?
They don't want the current spouse to communicate with the ex-spouse.
not every day or all the time, or beyond talking about the kids and the kids' needs and so forth, talking about stuff spouses talk about. So, you want to give your thoughts before I give my thoughts? No. You give yours first, because mine might be counterculture.
I don't have enough background information to say perhaps they're overly sensitive, and I don't know what exactly why they're so sensitive to the fact that the exes are talking.
You gotta speak up a little bit.
I said I don't know why the spouse is overly sensitive that the exes are talking. They do have children in common. They have history.
Well, they do have children. They do have history, but this spouse says that he says that his wife and ex are overly communicative, and it makes him feel uncomfortable.
Okay, I would need some examples as to what overly communicative.
Well, they don't talk stuff, not talking about stuff other than the kids. Okay, it's one thing to talk about the kids, what the kids need, what the kids. They're talking about, maybe they're talking. Let's say, well, I don't have any more information.
Mm-hmm.
They have a friendly relationship. Okay, because of their shared kids,
Mm-hmm.
but they talk a lot, even about things that don't involve the children. I feel uneasy and disrespected. She says I'm being insecure. Is this normal?
My question is, are they talking, she and the ex talking about her relationship with her current husband?
Did you read that in that? I didn't read that in that. I don't know what they're talking about. They're talking about more than the kids. Okay. And the husband is not comfortable with it, feels disrespected, uneasy. The question is, what should they do? What should he do? And when he mentioned it to us, she said he was being insecure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
that becomes complicated, and I think you have to unravel what is making him feel insecure. Is it, what are the conversations about, and why should he feel insecure when she's married to him?
Well,
And it's complicated because we actually had the beginnings of this conversation earlier on with our marketing person.
Yes,
who was upset.
It triggered something. She said it triggered something in me. She went off. She said, "Oh no, that is off. No, that's a no deal. No go. No."
And I said, why?
And she said, because it's disrespectful. She said, I'm not with y'all on this. So let me give to the person who gave this letter, or we got the letter. Let me give you my best advice. My best advice, first of all, is that this is a need for uncomfortable conversation. An uncomfortable conversation happens in relationships, whether it's a marriage, whether it's a dating, whether it's a business relationship. Sometimes it's family who are not married. You got to have uncomfortable conversations. Something's off. Something's not working for you. So you got to have a conversation about it and not eat it, swallow it, ignore it, suppress it, because it bothers you. Now, that said,
why does it bother the spouse?
Because they said it makes them feel uneasy and insecure, disrespectful.
Why are you feeling insecure?
Why do you feel something is not always a why? It's the fact that you feel what you feel. Okay, you
Don't
feel.
You want to get to why you feel that way?
I don't know why they feel that way. It doesn't say. Maybe it is insecurity. Maybe it is.
Okay.
And that might be the reason why. I don't know. It might be a mental insecurity, a mental conditioning. I don't know. Maybe they feel like.
So if they could, if the spouse could explain to me why it bothers him so much, then with that level of understanding, then the spouse can adjust their behavior or work at making her
why is
secure.
Why we can that is true right there is true, but he has already said I don't like it. It's I feel it's disrespectful.
Then she will need, after
and
understanding
I'm uneasy
why,
with it.
then she has to adjust her behavior.
So that said, the uncomfortable conversation is you're talking to your ex makes me feel devalued.
Mm-hmm.
Hurts my feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Makes me feel less than.
Mm-hmm.
Not enough of. Whatever. All of those kind of things.
Then she has to work at making her current spouse feel secure.
That's job number one. There you go. We're on the same page.
Okay.
Because whether it's a valid insecurity or not is not the issue. The issue is that's how they feel. And so if your spouse feels insecure or uneasy
because of something that you're doing.
That's right. Mm-hmm. Your job is to buttress up. That's a good word. Buttress. Build up.
Buttress up.
Build up. I mean, buttress up. You build buttress up.
Does that come from your PhD education? Buttress up.
I have a PhD, so I know big words.
Smart person makes it simple enough that everybody can understand.
All right, then I say that's why I said build up for all of you who didn't know what a buttress was.
Okay.
I won't say I dumbed it down. I just made it easy for you. All right, so that you will build up the confidence and say things like, "There's nobody but you. There's nobody but you."
But you know what? That would make me question my behavior in terms of what am I saying or doing? Well, he's already said that her current communication with the ex makes him uncomfortable.
Right.
Then I get to the why, and you ignore me. You say it doesn't matter why. This is what he's feeling.
Why. Right. It's how he's feeling.
Then how does she make him feel secure while still being involved with, since she and the ex are co-parenting the children?
What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Greg and Linda, what do y'all think? What do you think?
Secure. And she needs
some of you folks on IG, what do you think? Because this is anybody else dealt with this? Have any background in this? Have any experience? Now, let me say we do have some experience in this because I'm still friendly with all the ladies I used to date.
Did he say all?
All of them. There's not one I'm not friendly with. Not one. And I talk to them. Now, I don't talk to them every day.
No.
And my daughter's mother, I don't talk to that often, but we're friends. Yeah, we have a good relationship. Yeah, we have a friendly relationship. Mm-hmm. And so, but I talk to my ex-girlfriends. You have not had ex-spouses. No, I have not. I've had an ex-spouse. I've never had an ex-spouse. Mm-hmm. I've had ex-girlfriends and my daughter's mother. Mm-hmm. And I talk to them often. I think it's mutual respect, but it's still. But why don't you say it doesn't bother you? Does it? No. Okay, why doesn't it bother you? I feel secure in my relationship with my bingo. My bingo. Why do you feel secure? Because you always make me. I'm number one. I'm the most important bingo person in your life. Bingo, folks. Listen here. We got a person who jumped in. I'm still friendly with the one with the one you married. Absolutely. So just so you know that we have
We have history.
We got history. I don't want to start calling out names and so forth because that might be. We always try to keep people's names. We just feel. But you're right. Okay. Greg and Linda say they're not sure because they've been married for 50 years. They have no frame of reference in it. But look, here's what I say.
So they have no communication with the formers.
Yeah, because they might have. They're still relatively young because they might have just married out of high school or something. They've been married 50 years. Okay, and they're not that old. So they're not like real old. They 50 years. Let's say they're married out of high school or early. They could be in the late 60s, early 70s. So that's just a great thing. You're right, though. Here's what I want to say. It's about the security and how you make your spouse feel. That's right. So that there is no issue with the fact that they talk to the ex. So all I can think of, if I talked to my daughter's mother.
Because you do have a relationship with your daughter's mother.
I do.
Forever and a day.
Ever and a day. And we're friends.
Mm-hmm.
And let's say that I spoke to her every day beyond talking to her about my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to her about how her mom and them. What y'all doing this weekend?
You were friends with her mother.
So look, here we go. I think you just hit it on the head.
What?
The first line in the letter said they have a friendly relationship. And when you're friends, you found something that you liked about that person on a friend level, but you couldn't sustain a marriage for whatever reason. But you're still friends. You have no animus. There's
no animosity.
There you go.
I think that's a key.
That's a key point. And as a result of having no animosity, you're friends. And you know each other well. You've had children together. You know each other in the Bible sense. He knew her. That meant he had relations with her, which means sex.
So I think you could have mutual respect.
So what I would say...
And I think that's important. But the challenge is in the current relationship in terms of what is amiss that the current spouse feels insecure.
That's right. What
that has to be addressed.
So what would I say to the spouse who is in the friendly relationship with their ex? I'd say your job, spouse, is to build up your current spouse and let them know that they're number one, which is what I've done with you. All these women over the years who come up and hug me when I'm speaking or signing books, and you tell you, I used to date him. And you say, great, because you're going home with me. And I try and make sure that your life is wonderful.
That's true.
Am I right?
Yes, true.
All right. So that is what I say. You make sure you build up your spouse, make them feel.
I think very specifically, you have to communicate to find out what you're doing and communicating with the ex that makes your current spouse feel uncomfortable.
Oh, okay, but let's say, so you find that out, and does that mean you're going to stop having that communication?
Well, I think you would adjust your behavior if you're like, well, I didn't know that
but
when I said or I did that made you feel
they're having friendly conversation. It says friendly. And so obviously the current spouse really wants the conversation to shut down and anything other than kids. That's really what this is saying. And the spouse is saying to the spouse, you're being insecure. It's nothing going on. We're friends. And the spouse is saying, I feel disrespected because you're always talking to your ex. And it's not about the children. But what about me? I'm chopped liver here.
Is the current spouse the best friend? That's another problem, right?
Well, doesn't have to be the best friend, but is a good friend. So some of that might be jealousy kind of thing where I'm jealous that someone else is getting some of the shine. Some of that might be insecurity. Some of it might be fear that there's something going on when there is nothing going on. They're just good friends. So let's look at.
That is why I say you have to talk it out.
You have to talk it out. So I give you an example where it is. I've seen how this works. Our dear friend, nutritionist extraordinaire, husband dies. She meets a gentleman who she starts dating a couple years after the death of her husband. They bond, they're really doing great. They go on vacation with his ex and her husband. Okay? They go on vacation annually. Every year. They go on vacation because
with his ex
and
her
ex's new husband. All right. And they all hunky-dory and they're good because they're friends. And when the marriage ended, the friendship did not. And there's no insecurity.
I think that's the level of maturity.
That's a maturity
that most people don't get to.
Okay, another example, personal. We went to Miami. And I was speaking in Miami, and we visited my ex-girlfriend and her husband, and we ended up spending the night there at their home, in their guest bedroom, did we not?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All good. Mm-hmm. And I'm friends with the family. Her husband calls me.
Good people.
You know, we chat often. Not with any of his wife involved or Dee involved, just me and him chatting. So, and then Dee's ex and I talk often. See, part of this, and I'm saying this to this person who wrote the letter, part of this is to be comfortable in your own skin. Part of it is to have the conversation with your spouse to make sure they are secure and you are secure, and that they know that friendship is something that's a gift. It really is a gift to be friends with folks. So you can be friends, have conversation, but it stops at conversation, and it's just we're friends. We know each other. We've known each other a long time. And there's always working on building up that security. Remember that marriages have broken up often because of insecurity, and so that's a big issue. Greg said, if there are any children between them, they need to stay friends. Come on now, well, they are children, and they need to stay friends because it impacts the children, impacts the family. So you're right, Greg.
It impacts the emotional security of the children.
That's right. Exactly right. So I hope that answered the question. What are the recommendations? Number one, have the critical conversation with being friendly, being frank. You've already said how you feel. Be fair. Now that's why I think we're getting past. We didn't get to that. Why do you have these conversations? Why do you think it's okay? And listen to their side. This person helped me through some of my difficult moments. This person was there when my parents died. This person was there, helped me when I couldn't help myself. And I've never forgotten them, and I'm grateful for it. And then be friendly, be frank about your feelings, be fair, then be focused on a win-win. That's always about win-win. Let's see. Making someone feel like they are number one is harder when they're the only one. The insecure person feels like they are the only one because there is no one else better to feel chosen than the only option.
What? Say it again.
Making someone else feel like they're number one is harder when they are the only one. Or not though. I think you meant when they're not the only one. Okay. And the insecure person feels that they are the only one. They're not the only one because there's no one else besides who is better to feel chosen than the only option. So I get it. So I think that what it is key is making the spouse feel like they're number one and making them understand that there's not another one. They're just friends. There's a difference between being a one and a friend. Okay, I get that. Okay, and Greg said you got to talk with their children, and you want to be gracious and kind. Now, if you were to say to me, I really don't like you talking to your exes so much, I wouldn't talk to them as much. That'd be easy, but you've never said that because you never had a need to say that. Right. Mm-hmm. So anyway, I hope that answered the question. This was one.
It is the developing of emotional security.
Yep.
With your spouse.
Yes. Emotional security.
Emotional security with your spouse.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think that is something that takes time. And even if, okay, so you don't want your spouse talking as much to your ex, even though there are children, because you talk about other things. I'm just saying it could be the symptom of something which says I'm feeling insecure. And what does the current spouse need to do to help their spouse feel secure? And that doesn't happen without ongoing communication and talking heart to each other.
Absolutely. Our time is just about up.
Okay.
I want to thank everybody. Here's a couple of things we want to give you as we go into July. We're still grateful for all of you sending such nice notes and blessings and gifts for our anniversary, June 28th.
40 years.
40 years of marriage. Someone asked again about our Cash App. Blessing for those who sent gifts. And we are appreciative. We didn't ask for them, don't require them or anything, but thank you. The Cash App is WJ Speak Sing, money sign WJ Speak Sing. And so if you want to continue, thank you for those who asked about it. That's up to you, and I'm grateful. Second, we want everybody to go and tell their friends, family members, co-workers, anybody in a relationship to watch our TED Talk. Watch it. We've had so many people been watching it recently because they've told their friends, and that's why we did it, to help marriages understand how we can go for over 38 years and not have an argument, not an argument. And so what is the secret? We give the secret in the TED Talk. And then we encourage you, if you've had relationship issues and you really want to have some help, we got a relationship repair series that we did last year. It's 5 parts. We talk about communication, finances, sex and romance, family, and blended families. And then there's a 6th bonus session. And it is a great tool in your arsenal to stay happily married. So hopefully you all got the book. We recommend you get 2 copies, one for you and one for your significant other. Then you go to jolleymarriage.com to see the TED Talk. And then jolleymarriage.com/events to get access to the relationship repair series. And invest in your marriage. It's a lot cheaper than a divorce lawyer charges. That's for sure. I'm beating down counseling, because we recommend marriage counseling, but counselors aren't cheap. This is a great way to get you some of this information and maybe fix some of your issues right now before you need to go to counseling. But if you can't fix them, then go to marriage counseling. That is something I highly recommend. Okay, that's it. Our time is up. We'll see you next week. If Lord willing, creek don't rise. God bless you. Here we go. Jolley out.
Why do birds suddenly appear every time you are near? Just like me, they long to be close to you.